So, it's like cooking anything, to be honest with you. Start cooking, okay? But you gotta have something to build a fire. And you're not gonna have 1,000-gallon smokers like this. And quite frankly, even though Thurman brings us all this nice wood, you probably don't have anything big enough at home to put a piece of wood inside. You won't even probably, in most smokers, have a large enough place to even put a piece of wood. So you're using chips or blocks or something of that sort, okay? And you'll ruin your barbecue if you over put too much wood in it. It's too strong, okay? And what you're looking is the flavor that comes from the smoke, plus the heat from the fire, okay? But if you put too much of any of that in there, you're gonna get your fire too hot, and you're gonna get too much smoke in there, and you're gonna you won't be able to eat. Okay, it'll be so acidic from that smoke that you'll spit it out. So, but it's very easy. And you're talking about for cooking at home, or
Yeah.
It's very easy to learn how. Most people typically start with grilling,
Yeah.
and the difference, grilling's usually quicker. Okay, it's like making hot dogs and hamburgers. That's grilling, and most meats that go on here, like what you eat here, take a long time to cook. And so if you put that on a grill, you'll ruin it. Because by time it tenderizes and breaks down, and that's why the long cook, okay? By time it tenderizes, you would so overcook it. So you don't typically cook it direct. Although we do cook some things direct, like when we do a whole hog and so on. But we're managing it a little different. So these days, barbecuing or smoking meat is different than grilling. And you're gonna make a steak on a grill and fast, and that's what makes it good. If you do that to a brisket, you won't be able to achieve the brisket. And even once a temperature gauge tells you it's done, which I don't go by the temperature gauge, but if you did, same kind of thing. You just don't cook it. Are you here for Pizza Punch, or are you looking for the line?
Line.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And before I forget too, hopefully you remember where you were in line, because you're going to go back to the same spot. Do not go to the end of the line. If the sun happens to break out, the line will come all the way back. Right? The people at the last minute, when they see the sun come out, will all of a sudden drive up here. So the good thing for y'all is you won't have a long line. So that's always a nice thing. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it
Okay.
did, thank you.
And so then my next suggestion is don't try to cook a brisket.
Yeah,
Okay? It's a little too involved.
yeah.
Either cook a slab of ribs, or probably the easiest thing to smoke is a pork butt. Pork butt's what you make pulled pork with. Okay? And it's the butt end of the shoulder. That's where that name comes from. It's old technology. So you take a chunk of meat, and which is all a pork shoulder is, okay, and you put that on there away from the fire, and you let it just cook at a slow temperature, and it may take all day to do that. And when it starts getting super soft, it's done. I could get into temperatures and all that kind of stuff, but now you're making it hard as it is. Just, and if it looks like it gets that brown mark that everybody likes, and it'll get moist looking, and then all of a sudden it starts to look like it's kind of drying out, it's probably time to put that in foil. Put it back on the smoker until you can really push on it and it's super soft. And then take it out and let it cool off for an hour, and then pull it apart and eat it and enjoy it. That's how simple it is to cook pork chops.